Ladies and gentlemen, please put your cell phones on silence at this time. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is David Medrano. I'm the founder and CEO of MyStemCells.life. We are headquartered in Dallas, Texas. Our website is www.mystemcells.life, and my email is dmedrano@mystemcells.life. Our legal disclaimer is we do not claim to cure or prevent any disease or injury. This presentation is not a substitute for professional medical advice. This is for educational purposes only. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you a quick overview of what I'm going to talk about today in this presentation. Well, first we're going to talk about what are stem cells and what is stem cell banking and why is it important to bank your stem cells now. And also we're going to talk about stem cell treatment, some of the enormous potential that stem cells offer. Where I'm only going to be able to just scratch the surface of their enormity of their potential. Then also we're going to talk about a financial opportunity to get in on a ground floor opportunity with us and with our company to become one of our consultants working from home full-time or part-time. And also I'm going to talk about the 3 mechanics to building wealth. If you want to become financially independent, you must employ and utilize these 3 mechanics to building wealth, and also how to get started with us, okay? The vision for starting this company was to educate and increase public awareness of the enormous potential of using your own stem cells to potentially heal your body. Also to help build a buyer's club, kind of like a Costco and a Sam's, to combine our purchasing power to help lower the prices and bring some affordability to this space. Now also to build a business platform that allows people to earn a little bit of income or unlimited income to help pay for either their stem cell banking or their stem cell treatment or their lifestyle. So this income is, like I said, it can be earned on a part-time basis or on a full-time basis, and we do offer training.
Imagine two people are listening to music. What are the odds that they are listening to the exact same playlist? Probably pretty low. After all, everyone has very different tastes in music. Now, what are the odds that your body will need the exact same medical care and treatment as another person's body? Even lower. As we go through our lives, each of us will have very different needs for our own health care. Scientists and doctors are constantly researching ways to make medicine more personalized. One way they are doing this is by researching stem cells. Stem cells are cells that are undifferentiated, meaning they do not have a specific job or function. While skin cells protect your body, muscle cells contract, and nerve cells send signals, stem cells do not have any specific structures or functions. Stem cells do have the potential to become all other kinds of cells in your body. Your body uses stem cells to replace worn-out cells when they die. For example, you completely replace the lining of your intestines every 4 days. Stem cells beneath the lining of your intestines replace these cells as they wear out. Scientists hope that stem cells could be used to create a very special kind of personalized medicine in which we could replace your own body parts with, well, your own body parts. Stem cell researchers are working hard to find ways in which to use stem cells to create new tissue to replace the parts of organs that are damaged by injury or disease. Using stem cells to replace damaged bodily tissue is called regenerative medicine. For example, scientists currently use stem cells to treat patients with blood diseases such as leukemia. Leukemia is a form of cancer that affects your bone marrow. Bone marrow is the spongy tissue inside your bones where your blood cells are created. In leukemia, some of the cells inside your bone marrow grow uncontrollably, crowding out the healthy stem cells that form your blood cells. Some leukemia patients can receive a stem cell transplant. These new stem cells will create the blood cells needed by the patient's body. There are actually multiple kinds of stem cells that scientists can use for medical treatments and research. Adult stem cells or tissue-specific stem cells are found in small numbers in most of your body's tissues. Tissue-specific stem cells replace the existing cells in your organs as they wear out and die. Embryonic stem cells are created from leftover embryos that are willingly donated by patients from fertility clinics. Unlike tissue-specific stem cells, embryonic stem cells are pluripotent. This means that they can be grown into any kind of tissue in the body. A third kind of stem cells is called induced pluripotent stem cells. These are regular skin, fat, liver, or other cells that scientists have changed to behave like embryonic stem cells. Like embryonic stem cells, they too can become any kind of cell in the body. While scientists and doctors hope to use all of these kinds of stem cells to create new tissue to heal your body, they can also use stem cells to help understand how the body works. Scientists can watch stem cells develop into tissue to understand the mechanisms that the body uses to create new tissue in a controlled and regulated way. Scientists hope that with more research, they can not only develop specialized medicine that is specific to your body, but also better understand how your body functions, both when it's healthy and when it's not.
Here we got a good example where they take some belly fat out of you, and they actually put them into a petri dish, and they induce the stem cells to become pluripotent. And then from there they go on to become endoderm cells, onto pancreatic progenitor cells, and then onto endocrine progenitor cells, and then beta-like insulin producing cells. And then they take those cells and they put them right back into the patient, and this is over the course of about maybe 11-12 days. So you see, and then our motto is 2 tablespoons of belly fat may save your life one day, and our other motto is don't operate, regenerate. I love this slide. It's a very simple pictorial of where we get the mesenchymal stem cells, the adult mesenchymal stem cells. And it's very simple. They're hiding right underneath your epidermis layer and dermis, which we can very easily access. And there's an abundance of mesenchymal stem cells in your fat tissue. Now, what are stem cells? Stem cells can actually, they're just very specialized cells that can turn into other types of cells. And some of the ones that are very popular here are muscle cells, very important as well, blood cells, nerve cells, cardiac cells, liver cells, intestinal cells, and many other cells, okay, cartilage as well. So look at some of the literature online, and you can see all the different variations what stem cells can turn into. Now, banking is as easy as 1, 2, 3. First thing we do is we give you a blood test. We're screening for HIV, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, and syphilis. If you test positive for any one of these, then we cannot bank your stem cells. If everything comes out okay, then we move to step 2. And it's a very simple, painless mini liposuction procedure. It takes about 30 minutes. They use local anesthetic, and then you're in and out. And then from there, what they do is they'll take the lipoaspirate, your fat tissue, they'll put it into a FedEx box, and then they'll ship it to our lab. And then there, as soon as we receive it in our lab, we'll actually send you an email that's saying that we received your belly fat or your lipoaspirate. And then after we process it and we successfully isolate the mesenchymal stem cells, then we'll send you another email giving you confirmation that your stem cell bank is already ready to, it's already been processed and it's ready to go, and it's there for you whenever you need it. And to retrieve your stem cells, then all you would have to do is just either email us or call us, and then we can send it to wherever you want. Of course, there are additional fees added to that, so just look at our menu pricing for that. And then if you want to expand them as well, we can actually do that before we send them back to you, and we can get them up into the hundreds of millions and even up to 1 billion in population size if you do need that for your particular situation. Now, a lot of people ask me, is this safe? And the answer to that is a resounding yes. There's over 2,000 scientific research papers proving the safety of using your own stem cells. And it makes sense because these are bioidentical to you, they're biocompatible, it's your own DNA. So autologous stem cells are safer than allogenic stem cells. Now, stem cell treatment is done by injection. So this is great news because you'll never have to get cut, go under the knife, go under general anesthesia. Most people can't handle that. It's just a simple injection. Stem cells are delivered by needle. And typically what they do is they like to, the optimal protocols will deliver stem cells 2 places, one at the trauma site, and then the other one is intravenously, okay? And that gets into your entire circulatory system. And some of the trauma sites that are very well known that stem cells are introduced to is the joints. That could be your knee, your elbow, your shoulder, your smaller joints, the knuckles, your toes, if you have any kind of arthritic type situations. Tissue, it could be muscle tissue. Intrathecal, this gets into some of the, the Parkinson's, MS types. They, sort of a spinal tap, and then the lymph nodes. So if you got anything going on in the lymphatic system, then they can actually inject stem cells into the lymph nodes. And intranasally, those are people that have lung trauma, like COPD or any other lung issues. Then what they do is they put the stem cells into a nebulizer, and they create a nice little fine mist where the individual actually breathes in their stem cells. And of course, they couple that with the intravenous as well. So that's the two-prong approach I've been talking about. Now, some people just get simply just an IV all by itself. And when people do that, it's been reported that most people get an overall feeling of well-being, and they notice that their wounds and cuts heal faster. So this is stem cell treatment done by injections. Now, here's a very useful website that you can go to. It's called clinicaltrials.gov. And as of October 24th, year of our Lord 2017, there were 6,245 studies using stem cells in the USA and worldwide combined. So that tells you the importance and the emergence of stem cell use in therapy and clinical use. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of my favorite slides of the whole presentation. Here in numbers, in a graphical chart, we can actually see what's happening within our bodies. Here at teenage years, we have about approximately 1 billion mesenchymal stem cells, and there's lots of stem cytokines, rapid healing, youthful skin, as we can see in this picture here. And then when we move over to age 30, we actually have a 60% drop. We're down to only 40% of the repair guys that we had as a teenagers. Okay, so but still at 30, you're still not feeling too bad. Then we move over to age 50. Now we see we're down to 25% of the stem cells that we had, mesenchymal stem cells we had as a teenager. So now we're, at 50, we're starting to feel some of the effects of aging. And then as we move in further in time to the right, we see age 80. We see that we're down to 5% of the stem cells we had as when we were teenagers. That's why we see a lot, when you see a lot of 80-year-olds walking around, they're really feeling it. There's just not a lot of repair going on in their bodies because they don't have that amount of stem cells that they had when they were teenagers or when they were younger. And so here it is, it's in a graphical chart, our stem cells have been exponentially declining since birth, and as we age, they diminish, they approach zero, right? But this is the whole story, what's happening. Well, that's the bad news. Your stem cell population has been declining since birth. So the good news is that with as little as 2 to 3 tablespoons of belly fat, we can actually grow them back to hundreds of millions, okay? And we can actually get them up to 1 billion if you need it. Now, the value proposition here is that if, let's say, for example, heaven forbid, 10, 20 years from now, you have a medical crisis, well, guess what? If you banked your stem cells now, then you would have stem cells that are 10, 20 years younger, okay? So it's like having bioinsurance. It is wise to bank your stem cells as soon as possible. We do screen for HIV, Hep B, Hep C, and syphilis. So remember, if you test positive, we can't bank your stem cells. So also, later on, if your body gets in a disease state, it does, there is a tendency to compromise the quality of your stem cells. So it makes a lot of sense to bank your stem cells prior to getting into those states, disease states. So you have a huge advantage in a recovery, okay, and potential cure. So. Okay, how many people buy insurance to protect their home and cars? Well, guess what? Great news. Now you can actually bank your stem cells and get a form of bioinsurance. So in case something happens to you in the future, if you get trauma, you're in an auto accident or some kind of severe, physical accident, hiking, biking, or what have you, and also if you get into a disease state, then now you've got a stem cell bank, that a huge repository of your own DNA your adult mesenchymal stem cells that can help provide potential solutions, okay? And so this is a huge advantage. So now, like I said, you can actually insure your body by banking your stem cells, okay? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the comparison between buying life insurance and buying bioinsurance by banking your stem cells, okay? Now, let's talk about life insurance. That really is not life insurance. That is really death insurance, okay? That means when you die, somebody else gets a huge chunk of money, okay? So let's talk about real life insurance. Okay, life insurance in the form of banking your stem cells actually does provide you a form of bioinsurance, what we like to call it, and that means that you can bank your stem cells, and this is a repository of your own stem cells that can be used in a case of medical emergency, and they have enormous potential for healing. So let's go down the comparison here. For a $1 million life insurance death policy, okay, they call it life insurance, 20-year term, and this is for age 50 through 59, okay, these are the monthly premiums, okay, and then you got to pay it for 240 months. So here at age 50, you start off at 170, it's an average, and it scales all the way up to $434 when you get to 59. Okay, so now look, if you this is the bioinsurance here, right? So when we look at it, really is a life insurance type policy, right? You do have the potential of saving your life with these stem cells that you do bank. Now here is just a monthly payment. If you put $600 down payment, your monthly payment's only 24 months, okay, and that payment is $183.33, and thereafter it drops down to only $150 per year, okay? So you only have that kind of payment for 24 months compared to this 240 months for a life insurance or death policy insurance. Now, so what is the difference? If you look at the difference in monthly, this is the column here, okay? So if you see that, it's not that much more difference when you're age 50, but when you get up to close to 60, there's a huge difference here. And this is as you get older, and if you go, through time, move through time, aging, then this insurance policy is going to be more valuable to you than this one here. Okay, like I said, this only pays out when you die. This one actually helps you and it has the potential to prevent you from dying. Okay, so this is the choice you got to make here. So I thought I'd do this head-to-head comparison, and you guys make your choice. Okay, let's compare also the prepaid funeral cost to the prepaid stem cell treatment and banking costs. Okay, the average cost for a funeral is somewhere between 7,000 and 10,000. Okay, and our stem cell banking's at 5,000. Okay, and some of our treatments are range from 7 to 10,000 in that range as well. So when you look at, we've got people already prepaying for their funeral expenses. Okay. How sad and morbid is that, right? How about prepaying for your stem cell treatments ahead of time in case you need them in an emergency and avoid going into that prepaid casket? How about that idea? I think that's a wonderful idea. Now, when you prepay for your stem cell banking or a treatment or a combination of the two, you're actually locking in today's price, okay? You got also, if the prices go down, you actually get a lower price guarantee, okay? So you'll never pay the higher price that you started off with. So this is an awesome, so it protects you from prices going up, and it also gives you the reward when the prices go down, if they do. And nobody knows which direction prices will go with this new stem cell technology. So this is great peace of mind for you. Now, whenever you do prepay for anything, a stem cell banking or treatment, you get a lifetime credit towards any services that we provide. Now, you can also buy a stem cell banking or a stem cell treatment gift card from us and give it to someone you love and care about, so that way you can give them peace of mind of banking their stem cells and a prepaid stem cell treatment just in case they need it in a medical emergency in the future. So what a great way to invest your money and start a prepayment plan with us. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here's a great example of what stem cell technology may improve upon. This is a knee replacement And what they do is they start off already by sawing off the bottom half of your femur, and they attach this metal hinge. So they already starting off with artificial parts like plastic and metal here. And then the average cost for a knee replacement is about $50,000 for uncomplicated cases. Lots of pain associated with it, 3 to 6 months of recovery, and there's no guarantee of results. I mean, high percentage of failure and complications. Only lasts up for 10 years, and you're going to need to do this again in 10 years. And look at these huge scars that they leave you all the way from the bottom of your knee to the top of your knee. So what is the true cost of your loss of time, function, pain, and suffering? Okay, here's the new alternative. You know, our motto is that we say don't operate, regenerate. As you can see here, I'm going to get me a laser pointer. And so this is going to show us a bone-on-bone x-ray here. So when you see this, I mean, if you know anybody that has this going on in their body, they are experiencing lots of pain. This is very painful if you ever get bone on bone. And so this is, you know, we go over to the right here. What they've done, they've actually taken the patient's own stem cells and they injected them right into that space. And then over the course of time, approximately about 6 months, you see this nice little thin layer of cartilage regeneration. This is awesome. Now you got this cushioning effect from that newly regenerated cartilage. You no longer have that painful bone on bone. So this is amazing. Okay, so you can most people, you can either do the previous slide where you see the huge scars and they're using artificial metal and plastic, or you can just simply use your own cells. And it's a very simple outpatient procedure. What they do, they just inject a needle there, deliver the stem cells, they pull the needle out, pretty much just put a band-aid on it, and then you're on your way home. So you pick, if you are facing a knee replacement, you seriously want to consider looking at this alternative.
In health news, it is a common complaint that you hear from runners, back and knee pain. But there's one procedure that's getting people back on track. Health and wellness reporter Sonia Azad is here to explain. Sonia?
Yeah, Marie, Kobe Bryant has done it, Peyton Manning has used it, and now you can too. People with osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis are easing joint pain in their knees, their hips, and their shoulders, and it's all done using your own stem cells.
Well, I started having knee problems when I was 38 years old.
Betty Hudson has lived an active life for 71 years.
I broke my knee skiing.
She's been through surgery and steroid injections, but when arthritis set in, she could barely walk. So she tried something else, stem cell therapy.
And that's where we get the healing.
Dr. Bill Johnson takes adult stem cells from your own fat, concentrates them, then puts them into an area that doesn't heal well on its own.
We're able to concentrate those healing cells and get healing and rejuvenation where left to themselves those tissues can't.
Injured cells release messengers called growth factors, which attract stem cells to where the damage is, telling them what to do. We watched the retrieval process up close, which took no more than 15 minutes. It takes longer to separate the stem cells. Then the final step is injecting them back into the problem area, knees, hips, or shoulders, for instance. Then the patient can go home.
We went to the fair yesterday, and I walked about 5 miles, and I had no pain in my knee.
Betty had the procedure twice and says her left knee is back in commission and her travel schedule is packed. They went on a family cruise to Ireland.
When I got off the ship, I walked on this cobblestone street, and the pedometer said that I walked 6 miles that day, and I did it virtually pain-free.
Now she's planning to get back on her skis this winter.
I probably will take it very easy because of my age and my other bones.
Basically like a flatbed scanner. That's what you see here on the right side. You see a scanner technology that first scans the wound on the patient, and then it comes back with the print hits, actually printing the layers that you require on the patients themselves. This is how it actually works. Here's a scanner going through, scanning the wound. Once it's scanned, sends information in layers, the correct layers of cells where they need to be. And now you're going to see here a demo of this actually being done in a representative wound. And we actually do this with a gel so that you can lift the gel material. So once those cells are on the patient, they will stick where they need to be. And this is actually new technology still under development. We're also working on more sophisticated printers because in reality, our biggest challenge are the solid organs. I don't know if you realize this, but 90% of the patients on the transplant list are actually waiting for a kidney. Patients are dying every day because we don't have enough of those organs to go around. So this is more challenging. Large organ, vascular, a lot of blood vessel supply, a lot of cells present. So the strategy here is this is actually a CT scan, an X-ray, and we go layer by layer using computerized morphometric imaging analysis and 3D reconstruction to get right down to those patients' own kidneys. We then are able to actually image those, do 360-degree rotation to actually analyze the kidney in its full volumetric characteristics, and we then are able to actually take this information and then scan this in a printing computerized form. So we go layer by layer through the organ, analyzing each layer as we go through the organ, and we then are able to send that information, as you see here, through the computer and actually design the organ for the patient. This actually shows the actual printer, and this actually shows that printing. In fact, we actually have the printer right here. So while we've been talking today, we've actually, you can actually see the printer back here in the backstage. That's actually the actual printer right now, and that's been printing this kidney structure that you see here. It takes about 7 hours to print the kidney, so this is about 3 hours into it now. And Dr. Kang's going to walk on stage right now, and we're actually going to show you one of these kidneys that we printed a little bit earlier today. Put a pair of gloves here. So these gloves are a little bit small on me, but here it is. You can actually see that kidney as it was printed earlier today. Has a little bit of consistency to it. This is Dr. Kang, who's been working with us in this project, and we were part of our team. Thank you, Dr. Kang. Appreciate it. So this is actually a new generation. This is actually the printer that you see here on stage, and this is actually the new technologies we're working on now. But in reality, you know, we now have a long history of doing this. I'm going to share with you a clip in terms of technology that we have had in patients now for a while. And this is actually a very brief clip, only about 30 seconds, of a patient who actually received an organ.
I was really sick. I could barely get out of bed. I was missing school. It was just pretty much miserable. I couldn't, you know, go out and play, you know, basketball at recess without feeling like I was going to pass out when I got back inside. I felt so sick. I was facing basically a lifetime of dialysis, and I don't even like to think about what my life would be like if I was on that. So after the surgery, life got a lot better for me. I was able to do more things. I was able to wrestle in high school. I became the captain of the team, and that was great. I was able to be, you know, a normal kid with my friends, and because they use my own cells to, you know, build this bladder, it's gonna be with me. I got it for life, so I'm all set.
These experiments sometimes work, and it's very cool when they do. Luke, come up, please.
No.
So, Luke, before last night, when's the last time you saw Tony?
10 years ago when I had my surgery, and it's really great to see him.
And tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
Well, right now I'm in college at the University of Connecticut. I'm a sophomore and studying communications, TV, and mass media, and basically trying to live life like a normal kid, which I always wanted growing up, but it was hard to do that when I was born with spina bifida and my kidneys and bladder weren't working. I went through about 16 surgeries, and it seemed impossible to do that when I was in kidney failure when I was 10. And this surgery came along and basically made me who I am today and saved my life.
And I have Parkinson's and rheumatoid arthritis, Sjogren's, migraines, the list goes on, gastroparesis. It's really kind of fun and entertaining being me because it's kind of like winning the health lotto. But I have an opportunity to get some stem cell treatment that could really help me. And I would really like to do that because I have a teenage daughter, and she means the world to me.
It was so amazing to see the results so quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, I was stunned. I really did not expect that. And to see her be able to walk straight and just walk all the years she was in ballet and standing up straight like she always did with her shoulders back and down, and I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I've never seen her in 5 years, never seen that.
No,
Yeah.
she's never walked like this since this started up.
Yeah.
And,
I remember I was very concerned about the stairs.
yes.
And then when I saw the video of her just whizzing up those stairs, I was like, this is unbelievable.
Well, and the first night we were there, for her to go up those stairs, she had to hold on to the top of the railing and then hold on to the railing, and I was behind her holding on to her, practically going up around the corner. And we didn't take a picture of that, but she was very shaky and just having a hard time balancing going up there. She had to hold on to the wall as she went up. So for her to see her go up those stairs the morning after, just up them like it was nothing. You know, like her balance was so centered. Yeah, wow. It was wonderful.
Other areas that stem cells may have the potential to aid in are heart disease, cancer, stroke, diabetes, MS, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, lupus, fibromyalgia, COPD, and severe arthritis, and many, many more disease and injuries that are out there. Okay, stem cells can be used for cosmetic reconstruction and augmentation. Some of the popular areas are the breast, the buttocks, hand rejuvenation, neck rejuvenation, facial rejuvenation, and the lips. As you can see here, this woman on the left, you see she's got a lot of aging going on around the face. And after the stem cell fat grafting with stem cells, you see a very nice youthful look in her face. So this is amazing technology. Over to the right, we were talking about breast. Okay, this is a good example of, say, a woman has a mastectomy, a single mastectomy or a double mastectomy. This is one way they can do it. They take some fat off the hip. They take half of that fat, they process it for the stem cells, and then they inject those stem cells back into the other half, and then they put it in a syringe, inject it right into the breast area, and now she has a very natural feeling and natural looking breast. It's all her own stem cells, her own natural cells, fat, tissue, and you don't have any artificial silicone or anything like that. So it's an amazing technology, and it's the way to go. It's the newest trend. Now this next slide I'm very, very excited about, because this talks about House Bill 810. Our wonderful state of Texas passed a law titled House Bill 810, and what House Bill 810 does, it actually legalizes stem cell treatment, autologous stem cell treatment in our wonderful state of Texas for the chronically and terminally ill. So this is an amazing achievement for our legislature here in Texas. So that means people won't have to get on a plane and go to Panama or Cancun or other parts of the world just to get their own stem cells put back in their body. So this is a new industry created in Texas, and this is amazing. So we're very excited about this legislation. Okay, professional athletes that have received stem cell treatment are Kobe Bryant, Peyton Manning, Tiger Woods, Rafael Nadal, Alex Rodriguez, Paul Gasol, Chris Johnson, and Bob Liddy are just some of the athletes that have received stem cell therapy. So if it's good enough for professional athletes, it's certainly good enough for the rest of us. Okay, stem cell treatment and stem cell banking is a multi-billion-dollar business already around the world. And this industry is expected to grow exponentially. So if you're looking for an emerging market, they say a trend is your friend. Okay, so they say if you want to become wealthy, you want to get in front of those trends, and you can be an average person and you can do very, very well. So this is like I said, it's an emerging technology, emerging space, and it's called regenerative medicine. And other countries that are providing stem cell treatment that are kind of ahead of us and taking advantage of this new industry is the UK, China, India, Mexico, Panama, the Caribbean islands, Thailand, and many, many other countries as well. So the UK just spent billions and billions of dollars on their stem cell research and treatment up there. So if it's good enough for them, it should be good enough for us. Okay, let's talk about building wealth. The three mechanics to building wealth are leverage, residual income, and building equity. Now, leverage, J. Paul Getty said, I'd rather have 1% effort of 100 people than 100% of my own. Now, residual income, an example of that is you do the work one time and you get paid over and over again. An example would be is if you write a book, okay, you do all the work up front, and every time that book sells, you're going to get a royalty for that sell. Now, building equity, whenever you work for somebody else, you're building equity in that person's company. Okay, so in this scenario, equity, you don't want to rent your income, you want to own it. So that way you're building equity in you and your family. So my company has the three mechanics built into it. And so rest assured that you are doing the right thing. Now, so here's a very interesting fact. 75% of all millionaires have done it by starting a business. And then today, home-based business is more popular than ever because people hate that commute. Because if you're driving to work 1 hour and 1 hour back, that's 2 hours a day times 5 days a week. That's 10 hours that you're spending in your car. That's a full work day and you're not getting paid for it. And then the other thing about home-based business is unlimited income potential. So you can make as much money as you want. Obviously, it doesn't just land in your lap. You've got to put the effort in. It's always a return on effort and hard work. So home-based business is a trend, and they say a trend is your friend. So definitely our compensation plan does have all the three mechanics, and so you're going to be absolutely positively sure that you are doing the right thing when you do sign up as a consultant and work for our company. Now, if you find two leaders, that's going to lead you to an income potential of $52,000 per year, assuming that these two leaders go on to blow the business up and they're constantly bringing in 5,000 PV each. One of them is mounted on the left side of one of your business centers, and then the other one's on the right side of your business center. So you're always maxing out every week, 5,000 left, 5,000 right. So that will generate a nice residual income for you of $1,000 per week. There's 52 weeks in a year, so there's your 52,000 a year income potential on residual income. So what we say is go out there and find two gold nuggets, and that's two leaders, and that'll be worth $52,000 a year for you if you find those two leaders. Okay, now if you come in with a 3 business center, then you're looking to build 4 legs. So that means if you just found four leaders and you did nothing else, and those 4 leaders went on to build each of your 4 legs, and each week they're bringing in 5,000 PV, well, that's going to be worth $3,000 a week for you. So that's 156-year income potential. So this is a very lucrative compensation plan if you can do that and build this nice residual income for you and your family as well. So another way to think about the compensation plan is for every 2 people that sign up with 5,000 PV each, you're going to earn $1,000. So it doesn't matter if you sign them up or your downline or your team signs them up, as long as they're strategically placed and their volume's on the left side of one business center and there's 5,000 PV on the other side, then that particular business center is balanced. You'll earn $1,000 for that paycheck. And if that happens for all your business centers, then you get 1,000 for each business center that you own. And then once you do that, a special thing happens. You get a re-entry, so you get to get another business center that you can place underneath. And so that's a simple way of thinking of our compensation plan. Okay, I want to just make it clear that our compensation plan has unlimited income potential. It's all based on your efforts and the teams that you build. So you can potentially become a millionaire with our compensation plan. And how that works is we only let you start off with 1 business center or 3 business centers. Now, in this particular example, I'm going to show you that, okay, here, say if you started with a 1, then whenever you hit 5,000 left PV and 5,000 PV right, on any given business center that you have, you're going to get another one called a reentry. So that's you. So after you've built it, so that's another 2 legs that you're going to build on the left and the right, and this has the potential to pay you out 1,000 per week. Now each business center in itself, including the reentries, come with 2 more reentries. So every time you hit 5,000 left, 5,000 right on any one of these, you're going to get another one. So it's unlimited in that sense. And each time you do earn a reentry, it's gonna increase your income potential by 52,000 a year. So you can imagine you start off with 1 or 3 business centers, and then you earn the rest, and it's unlimited. Some people can earn up to 20, 50, or 100 business centers. As long as they're working each side of them and they're building teams, each one of those can pay them $1,000 per week, and that adds up, and that actually catapults them into the leadership bonuses as well. So this is a tremendous lucrative and amazing compensation plan that you can take advantage of to earn and build wealth. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is a great way to get started fast in our company and earn a $400 paycheck your first week. If you notice right here, this is your business center 1, 2, and 3, and you have these 4 spots: Bob, Sue, Mary, and John. So if you fill these front 4 positions, okay, then these are your most valuable positions in your whole organization, because no matter what you do, 25% of your effort has to go through each of those 4 legs. So if you care about someone very close to you and you want to help them, they're not so good at network marketing, relationship marketing, but you also want to help them out and make a paycheck, then I would actually put the very closest people that you know, your friends or family, in these front 4 positions. Okay, so that way you can actually help them make a paycheck while you make your paycheck. So, and then next, I'll show you on the next slide that if you help these 4 get their front 4, then they each will earn a $400 paycheck, and you will earn a $2,000 paycheck. How awesome is that? Now the following week, what you do is you help those front 4 that you signed up find their 4. And if you do that, then each of your front 4 is going to earn a $400 paycheck. How nice is that for them? And then you actually earn $2,000 paycheck for that week, which is awesome. And if you really add it up, you got a $600 credit for signing up for your 3 business center. You got a $400 check your first week, and now you got $2,000 your second week. You got $3,000 there that you can actually put toward your stem cell banking, and you're almost more than halfway there banking your stem cells. What an awesome way to do it. Okay, so if you decide to become a consultant with us on a full-time or part-time basis, we have wonderful training. We do some great one-on-one trainings, group trainings, webinars, YouTube videos, written materials, and audios. So don't worry, we'll train you. Here, now a lot of people ask me, is it okay to be in another relationship marketing company? And my answer to that, it is. I mean, actually, we encourage people to be in other relationship marketing companies because we don't compete with them. We do stem cells. We're actually probably the only company doing this, and we always encourage people to have multiple streams of income. Okay, so what are the advantages of becoming a consultant? Well, one, obviously you can earn a paycheck, and that's always a nice thing. Also, you can allocate a percentage or all of your paycheck towards your stem cell banking or your treatment in our prepayment plan. Also, this extra paycheck, you're already making a check from the other income that you know how to make money with, and this is an additional stream of income that you can have in your life to help you pay, some of your bills, travel, or other dreams you may have. And then, more importantly, you're out there helping others, get their stem cells banked, also potential life-saving treatments. And then also there's huge tax advantages from having a home-based business. Now all your meals can be a tax write-off, all your your travel expenses when you're actually doing the business, and then even a certain percentage of your home that you can write off. But I always, check in with a tax consultant to maximize and optimize your tax deductions with a home-based business. So just that alone, a lot of people save a lot of money. So that's a very attractive feature. And then another is you get to set your own hours, okay? You work when you want to work. And then more importantly, you get to work with who you want to work. And that's not always the case when you have a job and you're working for somebody else. Okay, it takes $5,000 to bank your stem cells, and there's also a prepayment plan. So if you take advantage of the prepayment plan and you make either a $200 down payment or a $600 down payment, okay, so you can actually receive one of our business centers or 3 of our business centers for free. So in the case of a $200 down payment, we will actually give you the 1 business center for free. And then your payment schedule is like this. So you decide to choose a 6-month payment schedule. It's $800 per month for 6 months, and then you're fully paid. Or if you're on a 12-month schedule, it's $400 per month, and then you're fully paid at that point. Or you can take advantage of the 24-month for a lower payment of $200 per month. So that's the lowest bracket that we have. Now, if you're able to afford a little bit more and put a $600 down payment towards your stem cell banking, then we will actually give you the 3 business centers for free. So that's a $600 value, and you actually get credit towards your stem cell banking. Now, these are the payment schedules for 6 and 12 and 24 months. As you can see here to the right, $733.33 for 6 months, $366.67 for a 12-month schedule. And then if you choose to do the 24-month schedule, it's $183.33 with a down payment of $600. Now, what happens is whenever you do take advantage of the prepayment plan, you will actually become a consultant. So you'll be eligible to earn a paycheck. Also, there's a 2-year price guarantee. Your price will never go up. And then you can always send in more. You can send in less. It's up to you. And if you make a paycheck, you can actually allocate some of that, all of that paycheck or some of that paycheck to go to pay off the remaining balance of your stem cell banking. Now, once you have paid the full $5,000 toward your stem cell banking, that's when we'll send you to get your stem cells extracted and stored for you. And then thereafter is just simply a $150 per year storage. Okay, so pretty good deal. Okay, to be commission qualified and earn a paycheck with us, you must be on a prepayment plan. So that means you got to choose one of these 3 options. Option number 1 is the best option, where you put $600 down payment toward your stem cell banking, and then you do the 24 months at $183.33, and then you've got your stem cell banking fully paid for, and you're also get a 3 business center, and you're a consultant with us, and you're eligible to make a paycheck. Now, option number 2 is the next best option. This is one where you can start off with a lower down payment, which is $200 per month. I mean, $200 down, and then $200 per month for 24 months, and then your stem cell banking is paid off for. And then option 3, it could be any down payment that you want and any monthly payment that you choose. Okay, so if you want to make it higher, you want to make it less than any of these amounts, you're welcome to do that. And this is more flexible. You can send in more, you can send in less every month. And then any of these options would work for you. They'll make you commission qualified. You're eligible to earn a paycheck. And each one of them, depending on your down payment, if you make at least a $200 down payment or more, you're going to get a 1 business center. If you make, $200 to $600 down, $200 to $599 down payment, you're going to get a 1 business center. If you make a $600 down payment or more, you're going to get a 3 business center for free. Okay, so this is an awesome way to get started, get on a prepayment plan, and start earning your way towards your stem cell banking. So any commission checks that you earn, you can actually allocate a percent, all of it, or a percentage of it towards your stem cell banking and or treatment. What an awesome way to get started. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have partnered up with PayPal to actually extend a line of credit to all our consultants. It's a very simple and easy to qualify process. Let's talk about debt, good debt and bad debt. Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, says there's 2 types of debt: the good debt, bad debt. Now, a bad debt is if you go borrow money and you go blow it. You go buy pizzas, you spend it on a vacation, you go buy something that doesn't put money back in your pocket. that's considered to be bad debt. Now, if you go out and take a loan, in this case like a line of credit to start a home-based business, which is just a small amount, $600, then that's a good debt, okay? And so this is recommended by Robert Kiyosaki, that if you are doing, investing into a business, definitely consider this. Now, the beauty of this PayPal line of credit is that there's no payments and no interest for 6 months. How great is that? That means they're just going to lend you the $600 that you can actually utilize. You got up to 6 months to repay that. And you can easily make the $600 back in your first week if you really work hard, or several weeks to get this thing paid off. And there's no interest, okay? And there's no payments. So it's like it never cost you anything. So this is an awesome way to get started, and to have everybody in your downline that wants to do this and take advantage of this PayPal line of credit to get started with their down payment towards their stem cell banking, and become one of our consultants with the 3 business centers, which is the best way to start. Now, obviously, also when you have a PayPal account, it allows you to use other credit cards that you have: MasterCard, Visa, American Express, or Discover. Now, this PayPal line of credit is very easy to qualify. So the first step is you've got to go to www.paypal.com and you sign up with a PayPal, and there it will ask you for a credit card to put on file, but it's not going to charge anything. And then so what happens is, when you do that, now you've got a PayPal account that you can use for anything, okay? And there's a lot of great applications for a PayPal account. It's always great to have. I have one. Most of my friends have a PayPal account. So it's a great thing to have anyways, and it's free. Then the second step, then to apply for the line of credit for the $600 down payment, then you go to www.paypalcredit.com, and then there you're going to go ahead and use your PayPal credentials, your login credentials, to get in there, and you apply for this line of credit, okay? And it's instant answer. They'll let you know right away in a matter of seconds, okay, if you're approved. And then very easy to qualify, and you get your answer like in seconds. So great way to get started. You go to step 1 paypal.com and step 2 paypalcredit.com, and if you can show this to your entire downline and your prospects that you're signing up, your business is going to accelerate really fast. You're going to have massive success. And if you duplicate that with everybody and teach everybody how to do this, it's a very powerful, useful resource to help finance people with their down payment, and your business is going to grow exponentially. Okay, if you're seeking stem cell treatment, then go ahead and email us at info@mystemcells.life, and we'll get you a customized quote for your particular situation. Your stem cell pricing will vary, and it all depends on how many stem cells you're going to need, how many injection sites, and then also what is the number of treatments that you will need. Okay, so this will all factor into your pricing. So please email us at info@mystemcells.life to get your quote. Okay, also we do have third-party financing out there, and there's carecredit.com. They're a great third-party lender, so you can check them out at their website, carecredit.com, and they have all their criteria for applying for their medical loan, and it's a great option in helping you financing your stem cell treatment. Now, crowdfunding. Okay, crowdfunding is it's a great way to get started if you don't have the money for banking your stem cells or your treatment. We heard of a coach that raised over $75,000 for his medical treatment. So when we heard this, we're like, we've got to offer this to all of our consultants and clients. And just remember, if you come across somebody, or if it's yourself, and you need to bank your stem cells and also get a treatment, don't overlook us. Actually, get started with a crowdfunding. It's free. What we do is we give you an ID, and with that ID, you can actually share that with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever, email, phone call, or just hand it to them directly. And then every donation that comes in on your behalf, and if it's done by check, it's going to be 100% of that amount is going to go towards your stem cell banking and treatment. And if it's a credit card, then it's about approximately 97% of the donation is going to go to you, because we have to, they charge us a 3% transaction fee for running the credit card. So that's all we subtract. We don't make any money on the donation. So now if you go use a third-party crowdfunding, they usually clip in about 10 to 15% of your donation. So this is a great way to get started without giving up so much there. Okay, so a great program. Please share this with. All right, here are some ideas of financing your stem cell banking and your stem cell treatment. Some people have taken out equity loans on their homes. Also, they have also taken the reverse mortgage. Those are for people age over 55. Great option there for most people. And then also you can pay by check, credit cards, or crowdfunding. If you just don't have the money to pay for this, it's always free to start a crowdfunding. Also, you can become a consultant, earn your commission, earn your way your stem cell banking and your treatment. Also, there's third-party financing with medical loans or any combination of these that can help you get to your stem cell banking and your stem cell treatment. Are great ways to get started. Corporate tithing. 10% of all our company profits go to support charities. At present, we are supporting 2 charities. It is the St. Jude's Children's Hospital and also the Children's Hunger Fund. 2 great causes and great missions, and we're very delighted and happy to be part of those and donating to those great causes. Okay, we offer live webinars every Monday through Thursday. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7:30 p.m. in the evening, Central Time. And then also we do one early in the morning every Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Time. So these are 5 days out of the week that you can actually jump on a live webinar and take a look at our lucrative compensation plan and also our stem cell banking and stem cell treatment plan. And if these times are not convenient for you, you can always ask for a link. We do have YouTube links to these live webinars that are recorded, and you can take a look at that at your own convenience and your own leisure. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give out a great acknowledgement to SNS System. They are a great business consulting and IT service company. They actually can help you with all kinds of solutions for your business, anywhere from operations management, engineering solutions, product lifecycle, infrastructure services. They work with small business all the way up to Fortune 500 companies, and they're just a leading software development. They've got a great team. And you can check them out on their website at snssystem.com or call them at 214-499-0979. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the final slide in my presentation, and I would like to leave you with these 2 final thoughts. Is that 2 tablespoons of belly fat may save your life one day, so let's get those stem cells banked. Okay, that's going to be a very valuable resource for you in the future. And then also don't operate, regenerate. Use your own cells to regenerate, cartilage, bone, other tissue in your body. Okay, that's regenerative medicine is here, and it's an emerging technology. And please take advantage of it by banking your stem cells today. Now I'm going to go ahead and open it up to some questions and answers, Q&A. So I will start taking the questions. I'll go ahead and unmute everybody's mic and start taking your questions at this time.